Welcome to this week's podcast of Inside the Perimeter Roof and Renovate. I got my sidekick here, Joe White.
I'm back.
And he's got his Bass Pro Shops hat on.
Got to
represent. Yes, absolutely. Very manly.
A sponsorship for this.
So we're a week away from Thanksgiving.
Yes,
and so
6 days.
Thought it would be appropriate to talk about food.
Absolutely.
Because that's what Thanksgiving is all about in America, is eating good food.
There's always a debate on whose food traditions are better. Not only what the food is, but how you prepare it. That's been a hot topic. And then what you do with the food afterwards. Some questions there.
Okay.
I'm going to just start this off. My favorite, it has to be turkey, first off. Turkey has to be the main protein. I get people like ham. Save that for Christmas. All right.
What about roast beef?
Easter.
That's Easter.
I don't know. Roast beef, it shouldn't be
chicken.
On the table.
No chicken.
Chicken is okay.
Okay.
It's got to be some sort of bird.
All right.
Duck.
Yeah.
Have you had duck before?
I have had duck before.
Okay. I haven't.
It's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
They serve duck a lot in French restaurants.
Okay.
And I've had it a couple of times. It's actually delicious.
Is it like in the Christmas Story where they come out and chop the head off of the duck, or is it just like prepared?
I mean, that I don't know. I didn't see how they prepared it. They didn't do it at my table like that.
That's probably good.
But I think it's called Peking duck.
Okay.
Or duck Peking, one of those things. Comes with plum sauce.
What is that just like plum?
It's a French thing.
Oh, okay.
But it's delicious.
I've had duck fat fries. Amazing. Some of
fries.
The best fries. Anyways, we're getting off topic here.
Yeah, we're way off topic.
Yeah.
This is not Thanksgiving food.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
What is your opinion on Thanksgiving?
Yeah, I mean, obviously there's tons of sides.
Mm-hmm.
My mom is from the South, Durham, North Carolina. So of course her cooking was influenced by, her family in that area, and they put sugar in everything.
Mm-hmm.
So, a big side for us was sweet potatoes. And there's a couple of different ways to do that, right? You got sweet potato casserole.
Yeah, tell me, because I grew up in North Carolina and I grew up having sweet potatoes. So I'm curious what you think sweet potatoes is.
Yes. So growing up, my mom would make like a sweet potato casserole.
Okay.
She'd put walnuts all over it with brown sugar on top, and it would caramelize, and it was pretty legit, but it was always pretty sweet. Since then, I feel like, as you get older, your taste buds and some of the things you like begin to shift, right? Yeah, they develop, become more mature, things like that.
They get more sophisticated.
Right, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And so now my wife, she'll cube them up like small little cubes, and then we'll still put the trimmings on top. Like, we'll sprinkle some brown sugar and some cinnamon and things like that. And they're delicious.
Okay.
However, the one thing I cannot stand on any kind of sweet potato is marshmallows. That is a big no for me.
See, that's where we differ.
Okay. Yeah. It's disgusting.
So you grew up having it with marshmallows?
No.
Okay.
No. It's just, I've tried it before, and it's not my thing.
Okay. I will say it's a very sweet dish, but I think it belongs on the table. It should be one of the sides. It's a classic. Being from North Carolina, very similar, except no nuts. You got to have the marshmallows. Throw that in the oven. It's awesome. It's a nice to balance the savory.
Yeah, the no nuts thing is a non-negotiable for me. I gotta have the crunchy in there.
Okay.
I know that they're okay. I'm a crunchy guy. I know there's a lot of people who prefer the more moist things. You must be a moist guy. I'm a crunchy guy.
I might not even know that. And I just know that the marshmallow should be on it. Otherwise,
marshmallows.
It's not sweet potato casserole.
Would you describe marshmallows as being moist?
No.
Okay.
I would describe them as
gooey.
Gooey. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Gooey. So kind of the same thing.
Not really, but sure.
All right. So on to a different side.
Okay. All right.
Green bean casserole.
Absolutely.
Okay. With the onion.
Yep. Little crispy onions on top.
All right.
Yeah. Easy. That one's probably one of my favorite sides outside of stuffing.
Okay.
And
that was the next thing on my brain too. Stuffing.
Where do you
land? Like stuffing?
I like stuffing, but where do you land on how it's prepared? Like, do you put it in the turkey? Do you cook it by itself? Or
I don't know how any of that stuff works. I just eat whatever on the table.
Have you ever made stuffing?
No, never made stuffing. Okay. I don't even know how they make it. But if I'm gonna get stuffing, it's only gonna be a small little bit on the plate because it's not gonna be like I'm not gonna get a large helping of. I'm not gonna waste my taste buds on a big, huge thing of stuffing because it's really bready.
Does your family make the stuffing, or do they just buy it out of a box and prep it?
Like I said, I have no idea.
Oh my gosh,
I don't know. I think I remember seeing my aunt make it one time growing up, but I don't remember anything about it.
Okay. All right. Well,
it's not something that my mother traditionally made. Stuffing was not a traditional Thanksgiving food for us.
well, okay. What would be one of the other traditionals? You said the green bean casserole.
Cream corn.
Oh my god.
Cream corn is so good.
No.
Oh yes.
No.
Oh, it's incredible.
Is that one?
It's also sweet.
It's
a sweet cream corn. Yeah.
But that
fits on the plate with everything.
It's a mush though.
No. This is not a mush. I don't know what kind of cream corn you've had, but
creamy corn.
Well, yeah, but the corn isn't mushy. You can make it. You can make it where it's still crunchy.
Okay.
It's cooked, but it's like corn on the cob crunch.
You and I
feel like corn on the cob crunch could be a brand.
It could be. It probably is taken. So, okay. So tell me about what is this dish like? Is it just scooped on there? Is it like,
no, it's just one of the sides. You asked me and it's just one of the things that we do. It's delicious. All right. Well, I'll ask my mom to make it this year and you can try it.
I would love to. I'll see you next week.
All right. Yeah. I can't think of any other sides. I don't know what we're missing. Cranberry sauce.
Okay. I make homemade cranberry sauce every year. And you
put nuts in it?
I personally don't like mine crunchy.
Okay.
If you want, I can for you.
And we'll sprinkle some on top.
Walnuts? Is that
no,
what you like?
No, they need to be diced with love.
Okay. Diced with love.
Or chopped.
Okay. No love and chopped?
No. Or chopped with love. It doesn't matter. Just put love in there.
Okay. I'll make sure to put some love in there. But what the key is you got to add a little citrus to it. A little orange zest, a little zestiness to it. It makes it go from a really it's not that canned junk. You can't get that. You got to make it. You got to boil down the cranberries. You got to put all the seasonings in it. Put the sugar, and then you strain it. That's the biggest thing to get that smooth texture.
Dang.
And then
I don't know anything about this. I just eat whatever.
I'll bring some next week. How about that?
So I definitely want to try. I know what canned cranberry sauce tastes like, so I definitely want to see how yours tastes.
It will be. You'll never want to eat the canned stuff again. Now, where does cornbread sit on your scale? Is that
love cornbred?
Okay,
cornbread
is on the table?
So good. I had cornbread for breakfast this morning.
What?
Yeah, they made cornbread muffins. Some people came over. My daughter brought some friends over. They made a big Thanksgiving meal a couple days ago.
Okay.
They had some cornbread muffins. I've been eating them for breakfast.
Would you say cornbread is a normal thing for Thanksgiving? My household.
Yes, it is.
Okay. Now, what about carrots? Do carrots have a place at the table?
Are you talking about the little baby carrots that are sweet? It has like a sauce to it.
Like they're cooked a little bit. They're not super snappy, but they have a little bit of a bite. But they have.
I'm used to sweet. Everything's sweet. So if it's got sugar in it, I'm used to that.
Okay. So it's got a seat at the table.
Yeah, I would do a few carrots.
Okay.
As long as they're not too undercooked.
No. You got to have them a little mushy, but not too mushy.
Right.
They're like mashed potatoes.
Exactly. It's got like a sweet potato almost. That consistency.
Yeah. Now, this is off topic. Are yams and sweet potatoes the same thing?
I don't know. We'd have to ask chat.
Chat, can we find out what that is?
I have no idea. I'm pretty sure it's the same thing.
We got to talk about something later.
Okay.
Yeah. A new next week's guest on the show.
Next week or next month?
Yeah, same thing.
Okay. All right. So desserts. I can't think of any other sides. You?
Well, mashed potatoes. I think that's a given though.
With gravy.
With gravy.
Do you like white gravy or brown gravy?
I like both of them, but for Thanksgiving, brown gravy, easy.
Yeah, brown gravy all the way.
White gravy is only good on biscuits and gravy for breakfast.
So I went to Texas Roadhouse last week.
Okay.
And got country fried chicken.
Okay. With white gravy?
And they offer white and brown. I told them to bring one of each on the side because I didn't know which one I was going to like. Brown gravy all the way.
Really?
Yes. One bite of the white gravy. Yeah, no bueno.
Was theirs really soupy, almost liquidy for their white gravy?
No, it was thick.
Interesting. Have you been to My Dog Duke's before downtown?
Once.
Okay. If you ever go there again, try their white gravy. Amazing. It's the best in Lynchburg.
You'll have to remind me because I won't remember.
Okay, I'll take you there.
Okay.
We'll make that.
Yeah, all right, we'll make that happen.
So
What do we put in this white gravy on?
biscuits.
Oh, okay.
Homemade
Biscuits and
biscuit,
gravy.
you
Does
cut
it
it
have
in half.
sausage in it?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good.
All
And
right.
it's real.
I can do that.
It's nice because you got a little bite to it because of the sausage, but also the biscuit. If you have like a little crispy bit, that's the best.
I can tell this conversation is very natural for you and I. We both really like food. I mean, who doesn't like food?
You need food.
Food is so good.
If you see, here's the thing. Let's think about it like this.
So hold on. Before you go there, do you eat to live or live to eat?
I was just going.
Wow. Because I just had this conversation with my wife, literally. And
So let me put it like this. If something is needed in life in order to live, why not enjoy it? Right?
Exactly.
Like, I'm not going to sit here and eat a protein bar and just get my nutrients. I'm going to eat the good stuff.
Yeah.
Right. So that's my thoughts on it.
I feel like I feel like I'm like a both and. Like I live to eat and eat to live.
I think it comes down to like practically day to day, what's going on, how crazy busy is life. Because sometimes I'm like, dude, the last thing I want to do is eat.
Yeah.
But 9 times out of 10, I'm enjoying my meal. Like
Wait, what was that thing you just said? You don't want to eat? Like, hold on. What was that?
I was saying, so if you have to do something that you need, why not make that something that you love?
Right.
Right. So eating, right? If you need to eat, why not just make it something you love?
So what is one thing that you consistently eat every day?
A banana, coffee, drink it, and then usually this is like my breakfast is a coffee, a banana, and a protein shake. That's my go-to. Okay. I grab my protein shake and banana from the house. I come to the office and I make a cup of coffee, and that's how I start my day. Most of the time I'm taking packing a sandwich for lunch, and that's going to be, something crunchy, chips or, crackers.
I like the crunchy part.
Yep. Peanut butter and jelly, sometimes.
Crunchy peanut butter or creamy?
Smooth. What kind of peanut butter?
Well, I mean, it depends. Usually I like the all natural Jif.
You got to go Skippy.
No way.
Skippy's,
not in a million years.
Skippy's is 10 times.
Skippy has nothing on Jif, bro.
Jif is manufactured overrated.
I need to get a fact check on that.
Can we get all right. We need to get a list going of the taste tests we need to have here.
Yeah, exactly.
So sandwich of some sort, peanut butter and jelly, like cold cuts, something like that. Or leftovers.
So this is what your day looks like every day. It's the same thing.
Monday through Friday. Yeah. I try to be consistent.
Okay.
That. And then dinner is whatever we're cooking up. And then
so I really have no consistency in my life when it comes to eating. Mm-hmm. I wake up and I either am craving something protein like an omelet, or I'm craving something carby like a granola bar or a bowl of cereal, or and so it's very rarely would I crave like Greek yogurt in the morning.
Greek yogurt can be good though.
Well, it's great for the gut. At least that's what they say.
Now, are you just getting plain yogurt or are you getting flavored yogurt?
No. It's plain Greek yogurt. So I will say, okay, I'm not going to eat it by itself because I can't stomach it.
Yeah.
But if you put honey and some like cranberry, no, not cranberry. What are the pomegranate seeds?
Oh yeah.
Pomegranate seeds and honey. And of course you got to have some almonds in there because you got to have more crunchy.
Double crunchy.
Yeah.
I can respect that.
So, but I've really been trying to eat more eggs recently because they're just so full of protein.
Oh, they're the best.
And so like this morning I made an omelet, a 3-egg omelet. It's always a 3-egg.
What do you put in it?
So this is how I make my omelets. Okay. I like my veggies. Like I like them like almost blackened. And so restaurants don't do this because they normally throw the veggies into the egg as it's cooking.
Yeah.
I cook my red onion. It's always red onion. And like maybe a red pepper, a small red bell pepper, or like one of those mini peppers. I cut them up, dice them up, throw them in. We've been using avocado oil to cook with.
It's good.
So, it's got all the good fats in there. And then I've been putting kale in it. So I'll fry up kale. And then I'll chop up, I'll dice some ham in there. I'll put in some cheese and then I throw the egg on last.
So this thing's loaded.
Well, it's about proportion. So it's not that loaded. It's perfect. It's perfect. Like, my omelets are amazing. I could start a restaurant.
Do we have a
would. No, I don't have a picture of it.
All right, next time bring a picture because I'm curious to see how loaded this thing is. Because in my mind, this thing's packed and there's barely any egg.
No, it's the proportion is perfect.
Okay.
It's legit. And then I also
you got to put sauce on it, like some sort of like hot sauce.
So I love mustard on my omelets.
Ooh,
This morning I did mustard and ketchup on my omelet.
Dijon or yellow?
No, just regular. It's Trader Joe's mustard all day, and Trader Joe's ketchup. Once you have those two brands, you never want to go back to anything.
Okay. So is it? I've never had that. So is it more like Dijon-y or yellow mustard?
No, it's a yellow mustard.
Interesting.
Speaking of mustard, I don't know if our listeners know this, but if you ever get a leg cramp, just eat yellow mustard. It takes it away in like 3 seconds.
Or this happened to me. Pickle juice. I didn't have mustard. Not as quick, but still helps.
But if you're in pain and you need it quick, it's easier just to grab the mustard and squirt it in your mouth.
Yeah, I've seen runners where they're like dying of a cramp, and you can see it, and they're like, "Oh my gosh!" And they'll just take a mustard and just
see. In order to get to the pickle juice fast for me, for whatever reason, the pickle jars are always at the very back of the fridge on the top shelf,
where they should be.
And so, in order to get to that quick, I'd have to just pull a bunch of stuff out of the fridge, and I don't have the patience when I'm in that kind of pain.
Okay, let's talk.
Mustard's always on the door. You just grab it and go.
Let's talk about this. What's on the door in the fridge?
Sauces.
What encompasses sauce?
Condiments.
Okay. Do you put anything else on the door?
No, because if you put, not really. I'll put maybe like a bottles of drinks or something like that, like a Coke or cream cheese. No, you don't put any. No, because the stuff on the door always goes bad quicker than the stuff in the fridge because the door is open more, and so it's losing that refrigerated.
I'm not a fridge expert, but I don't. Chat, can we find out if this is accurate data?
Oh, trust me, I've lived longer than you. It's true.
Okay, yeah, you've got
a
couple years on.
Yeah, I got you on this. 25? I've done all the testing on this. Okay. It's legit.
It's proven here first.
All right, so let's talk about perimeter.
Yeah, let's get on track here.
Yeah.
So we talked about this going in.
Yeah, let's talk about what is it? No margin, no mission.
Yeah, we were talking about what it looks like to as a company pouring into and giving back to the community and how you can be successful at that. And as a business owner, you've been doing this, 9 years now?
Yeah.
10 years almost. You have been through ups and downs, lefts and rights, and you have some experience in this. And I just want to hear what you have to say about what it means to give back. What does the margin and the mission mean?
Yeah. So the context of no margin, no mission is essentially that if you don't have, if you're not profitable, you have no money left over to be able to do something that's beyond yourself. And so, I think early on when I first got into the business, I was really only thinking about, I need to pay my bills. And then as I hired more and more people, I was thinking, well, they need to pay their bills too. So I wasn't really thinking beyond me and the people, at the company. I think the longer that you're in business, you really start asking yourself, what is it that, what is motivating me to continue to do what I'm doing? What is the bigger vision beyond just offering construction services to the community and paying my bills? Right. So I think eventually you were like, hey, how could I make an impact? How could I help people who are truly in need? One, it makes you feel good that you're helping someone, but then you have an opportunity to change people's lives.
Yeah.
And so we've had some opportunities that have come up. We historically, we haven't been able to do everything that somebody's brought our way, but we've been more inclined to say yes than say no when it comes to, helping people.
Yeah.
We haven't been inundated with requests either. But we have had to say no to some. One of the cool things has been where, some of the guys on our team, they will bring opportunities my way. Like if they're out working with a customer, it just might be on their heart based on whatever they're sensing with that particular homeowner. Hey, I really think we should bless this person.
Mm-hmm.
And, and so there's been times where they'll call me up like, hey, what do you think? And I'm like, hey, if you guys feel led to do this, let's do it.
Yeah.
And so it's really about empowering the team also to be a blessing.
Yeah. I know we've talked about that as a, on the sales team, being able to identify an opportunity to bless somebody.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times, construction it's pretty black and white on the surface. It's changing one thing to another. But there's so much more that goes into it, not only like what it is you're doing, but the scope of it, how long it takes, the impact in that person's lives and ours. When you have to go into someone's house and change it for the future. There's been a lot of times where the homeowners that we have been able to bless and help it's just been a cool opportunity of seeing the Lord's provision for them be executed through us.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's the most satisfying thing for all of us, at least for
Yeah.
the folks I've talked to, is being able to be a part of it. And we just happen to be the vessel that the Lord is using to bless that person.
Yeah.
And everybody is happy. Like, who doesn't love helping somebody and getting not only the fulfillment from that, but also the joy from seeing someone go from a situation that they didn't want to be in to a situation that they never thought they could be at. It's encouraging and makes everybody happy.
Yeah. And I think, what I think is super important is, not super important. Let me back that up. What's helpful is when somebody on the team is there present with the customer, it's easier to, like, when they get a feel for, hey, really feel like we should help this person. Mm-hmm. It's easier than if somebody just calls you up out of the blue and says, hey, can you help this person?
Yeah.
I mean, you can engage with that and find out what's really going on, but I feel like, the heartstrings have to connect with what's going on, so that you are really invested in making a difference and seeing it through.
Yeah, it's that discernment of being sensitive to those little cues of, this is not normal. Like, there is something deeper or more beyond the surface of what it seems.
Yeah.
And also it's important to know, like, and ask the questions of, what exactly are we getting into, just from a business point, like even further back, but deeper on is like, are we going to bless this person? Like, what is the right way to do it?
Yeah.
Because it's easy to just like, hey, how can we help you? But if you go to them with, hey, this is how we're going to help you, sometimes that means even more, because they never even thought that would be an option, and they would be afraid to ask if they could have that.
Yeah.
And I think for a lot of us, we want to bless each other in the ways that we can, but sometimes we're afraid to ask.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
So yeah, we really want to, we want to be a healthy company. We're dedicated to offering a great service to the community and to our customers. The way that we price our stuff is competitive, and, for us, it's about being efficient as a company, making good decisions, not overspending on, just not overspending, so that, again, we can be good stewards of what we have.
Yeah.
So that there's extra. If there's extra, then we want to look at ways to use that for, an impact in the community.
Yeah. And I know it's been so cool to see our team grow this year.
Yeah.
And have new people come on, not only from the fact that, hey, I need a job, but I want to work for a company that has these values, that has these types of missions for the community. Because a job is a job at the end of the day. Like, everybody needs to pay their bills. But when you have the opportunity to work at a place that does something more, it makes that job a little bit easier.
Oh yeah.
It makes those hard days a little bit better.
I've been getting a lot of good feedback from the folks about the culture and about what's going on at Perimeter. Why don't you speak in, like, what have you seen, some of the positive things and some of the energy, some of the new energy that's happening, like, at the company?
Yeah. So I'll just give you context. I've been with Perimeter over 2 years now, 2 years and 2 months.
Yeah.
So, a lot of folks that are here now, I've been able to see them come on, develop, be a part of the team, and get integrated. And one thing I've always told folks when they ask me, especially after they first come on, is, hey, what's it like working here? Like, what is the energy on any given day? And I tell them, it's the best thing about working for Perimeter is the culture. It is the people that you're working with. It's when you're having a bad day, it's not going to be something that drags down the whole team, because those days happen. But when you're able to go into work and see your coworkers, that you're not just coworkers, but your friends, and they care about you and they're asking questions, and not only, not to be like diving into your life, but to truly care.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that means the world difference. It makes it from a job to a place you want to have a career at.
Right. So you would say that, to the people that when you're sharing, even to leadership, you're getting the empathy that you think that you need to be encouraged and kind of overcome some of those days where you're struggling.
Yeah. I mean, I won't dive into my personal life, but I've had stuff in the past couple months come up, and it's been really hard and unforeseen things that I never thought I'd go through. And the response that you get in your head is like, hey, I think I'm a failure. I'm not performing the way I want to, but in reality, people are there to have my back. Like, they're like, hey, whatever you need, we're here to make it happen. Let me know how I can help. And it's not just hey, why, you can't, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So it's cool to see, like, it goes beyond the workplace. It's your life outside of work matters. And we get that.
Yeah.
Which is really cool. And I love that. That's probably the best thing. And coming from the flexibility of it is awesome.
Yeah. That's so good. Yeah. I mean, that's always been the desire, is to have a place where the culture is healthy and excellent. And I think a lot of that comes from having the right leaders in place.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. I think Trisha, my wife, has just done, a fantastic job. Yeah. The difference between her and I is she's a very steady person. It was steady, meaning she is regimented, routined, disciplined. I'm not undisciplined, but I'm just different.
I'm not saying that, but I know what you're trying to say.
Yeah. It's like, she goes to bed at the same time, or tries to, every night. She wakes up at the same time. She wakes up before her alarm goes off. Mm-hmm. She's a morning person. So as soon as she wakes up, she's ready to go. Yeah. She loves going into the office consistently. And so that there's always that steady person at the office. Now I want my day to look different every day.
Yeah.
I'm going to go to bed at a different time. I'm going to wake up at a different time. Sometimes I wake up early. Sometimes I wake up later. I'm not a morning person, so it takes me about a half an hour to even realize I'm awake.
Yep.
And so we're all different.
Yeah. I'd say one of the cool things that, not only, like, it's a top-down approach, like from leadership to people above us down to even me, like in sales, is the accountability everybody has for each other, not only for your leaders but also for your coworkers. Is like, it's one thing to just turn an eye and be like, well, that's not my fault, it's not my job. But when you come together and you're like, hey, no, I want to succeed so that my homeowners and our homeowners are happy, mm-hmm. and our team is happy. Being able to succeed in that way of, hey, let's just take care of this real quick. No problem. Done.
Yeah. Yeah. We've been crushing it lately, haven't we?
We have. Have you seen the reviews this week?
Yeah. We've been getting so many 5-star reviews.
Yeah. I think should I tell them?
I mean, yeah. I mean, we're going to tell them because it's probably going to happen.
So earlier this month, we had a goal set at the office. This is for us holding Philip accountable.
Yeah, this was during an all company meeting.
We have a goal for every, I think we got to hit 500 reviews on Google.
So I think it was, I think the challenge was we had to get 50 5-star reviews from that meeting.
Yep. Till
before the end of the year.
Yep.
And if we do, I have to dye my beard pink.
Bright pink.
And so
context,
this was a challenge from our GAF rep, who spontaneously stopped into this meeting, didn't even know we were having it.
Spontaneously, yeah.
Yeah, he threw it out like, hey, I think you should up the ante.
Yep.
And in a moment of weakness, I said yes. But the results have been incredible. We've gotten more 5-star reviews in the last month than we've ever gotten in that short of time.
Context for our listeners. We started that meeting happened. We had 450 something reviews that day. As of today, we have 483. So
Dude, we've been crushing it.
20 something away.
Yeah.
and I'm starting to pick out some pinks.
So now I basically know how people are motivated. They like to humiliate other people.
It's
and
a celebration.
That's basically how. Is that a celebration?
It's a celebration.
Yeah. So I'm probably going to go and get I'm going to get it done professionally, because if I don't, it's not going to be pink. It's going to be some funky, gross color.
Yeah.
So
that's going to be
figure
fun.
I should just go ahead and get an earring while I'm at it.
That could be our next goal.
Get a tattoo.
Yeah.
I'll get a teardrop.
Oh gosh, don't do that. It's gonna send the wrong message.
Yeah,
just
kidding.
We'll get you like a haircut, like a silly haircut for the next one.
A what?
Silly haircut, like a mohawk.
You talking about on the next challenge?
Yeah,
we'll see.
Or like
I'll do a faux hawk.
What about a mullet?
Yeah, I like mullets actually.
Yeah.
Those are coming back.
Trisha approve of that?
She doesn't approve of any of this.
Okay, so
it's all good. It's my head, my hair.
It grows back.
Yeah, it grows back, right? I mean, it's temporary. Well, this has been a good conversation, brother.
This has been fun.
Yeah, been a nice holiday theme.
Man, getting back in the saddle.
Yeah. This has been good. Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you. This has been Joe and Philip.
Yes. So until next time, for all of you on the outside, this is Inside the Perimeter Roof and Renovate. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.